It's hot and the fish are schooled up, so whether it's a flutter spoon, a jigging spoon, or a kitchen spoon, you need to have one tied on. If you're going to be throwing the jigging spoon, you're probably going to want to be fishing vertically. You're going to be wanting to look for schools of fish either sitting on main lake points. They can be in a variety of water depths depending on your particular lake. I know around here, some of these fish can be up to 50, 60 feet deep in our clearer highland reservoirs. Whenever you're looking on these main lake points, they could just be chasing balls of bait, free floating out there in the middle of nowhere, or they could be sitting on structure like a rocky spot, or they could be sitting on brush tops, but you're gonna wanna get directly over them and target them vertically. You can even target these fish vertically using your 2D sonar. If you're gonna be throwing a flutter spoon, you're gonna be looking in the same exact areas, similar depths of water. The only difference with the flutter spoon is that you're not gonna have to be sitting on top of these fish. Whether you believe it or not, there are times where if you position your boat directly on top of these fish, even in a little bit murkier water, they still somehow can sense your presence there, whereas if you stay off of these fish, it makes them a lot more likely to bite. A more effective way to target fish with a flutter spoon, having to cast to them, is if you have live scope. If you're fishing for these fish without forward-facing sonar, you're gonna wanna graph over these hard spots versus just the fish that are feeding on these bait balls. You're gonna want something that's gonna hold those fish in one position a little bit better. You're gonna wanna drop a waypoint whenever you graph over these fish, and you're gonna wanna take a look at the bank or something close by that you can triangulate your cast. So if there's a tree sitting on that point, you wanna see where you're at in relation to that tree. You wanna keep going past after you drop the waypoint, circle back around. Whenever you get lined up with that object that you picked out, whether it's something on the bank or a standing tree in the water, whenever you get lined up with that, you're gonna wanna make that same cast directly in line with that so you know you're hitting that area, and then move on to the next location. If you plan on using that kitchen spoon, let me know in the comments below.